Hello, it's been a scorcher here in Murcia, Spain at the Hacienda, and this is the view that I decided to paint. It was in the shade, and I liked some of the lines, the architecture, the colors. It doesn't seem like much, but here's a sped up version of how I'm approaching it. I start with a ground of raw sienna, and then I just start putting in basic shapes and darks and lights. That's really kind of how I'm thinking about it. It's what's interesting me about the view is how the sunlight and the shadows are interacting with the architecture. And so that's what I'm trying to emphasize right from the beginning. You know, I'm like in every painting, I'm just trying to find my way around. Each painting's a new challenge, and kind of always feel like a beginner, no matter what, for some reason. But this is just, you know, laying things down so that I can quickly respond to the overall shapes, composition, sense of light and dark, and kind of build from there. There was this breeze coming from the southwest. It was pretty consistent, especially in the afternoons, and that was when this was done. And so, even though it was 100 degrees, you know, I had the wind blowing constantly in the shade. So what I have going on here is I'm dealing with kind of plant shapes in the foreground and the walkway that's coming towards us that's right next to the house. I'm not sure if you can tell what's going on, but that's what I'm dealing with. And I'm not quite sure how to deal with the wall and the walkway in terms of color. You know, my eyes see different things. You know, where I see the relativity of the shadow and the light. Like on the lower left side, I see a really dark contrast. But then there's all this bounce light that happens from the sunlight going up into the wall. And then the wall starts looking much lighter. I'm not sure it actually is, because you know, it's probably just about as dark as the edge of the shadow. It's just that your eyes adjust to looking at that, and then you start seeing it. And that's one thing that's interesting about painting live as opposed to painting from a photo, is that your eyes are continually adjusting to different depths of field, different lighting situations, not as they change in the world per se, but just as how your eyes focus and refocus. There's so much more you're able to see than one single camera click can capture. And so that's one of the great things about painting, and also a little bit frustrating because you see multiple things, and it can get confusing. And so a lot of what painting is about, to me, is the difficult thing of simplifying. You would think it'd be simple to simplify, but I find that to be the opposite. That it's easy to see details and multiplicity of things, but it's tricky to create a simplicity that really communicates clearly and has a sense of harmony. So you can tell, like, I am just dealing still pretty much with shapes. Shapes and light are the main thing, and that's pretty much the end of that. So I'm finishing this video in an airport going to Lisbon, and as you can see, I've changed the image. I put in a dress blowing in the wind, and that sort of complicates things a lot and kind of ruins the shapes to some degree. But I come up with a solution. I make the dress white, and I think it reads much better. So this is as far as I got it. I kind of struggled with this painting, and maybe it was the heat, or maybe it's just dealing with abstract shapes and uh, you know, not being so illustrative but more painterly with it. But anyway, there you go. Okay, see ya in Portugal.